So I honestly welcome everyone. Thank you for hopping on here. I was on the diamond call, but I've had so many kids over here that it's so loud. I know that Melissa got some really good notes because she always takes good notes. So hopefully she could share those with us here in a little bit. So what I want you guys to focus on now that we are into the month is every single one of you are on here because you're either charted for a promotion or you have people on your team or you're committed to promoting, like you've already said, like that's what I want. So we want to make sure everybody's on the right pace, and also kind of get in the habit of being in the right pace. It's really important as leaders that in the middle of the month we evaluate ourselves, and this doesn't have to be a bad thing or a scary thing and be like, oh my gosh, I suck or I'm so far away, like what's the point? This is not what evaluating yourself is for. It's because we have to take control of our business. So when we know what's happening, we know how to get somewhere. If we don't know what's happening, we're not going to know how to get there, right? It's our roadmap to success. So something I learned, I think early on, once after I went Emerald, I feel like is when I really learned it. Because before Emerald, I swear to you guys, I feel like I did not know anything about charting. If you told me, I was just like, huh. So if you feel like that about charting and promoting, know that you're not alone. Like, I feel like we've all felt like that at some point. It's okay to not know all about charting. You will get used to it. The more you do it, the more your team grows, the more things fall apart, the more things come back together. You're just going to learn. You're going to be like, okay, so this is what you do when things fall apart. Okay, so this is what you do when you have a leg blow up. So this is what you do when you have 20 million distributors join you in a week. Okay, so you guys are just going to learn as you go. We talked a little bit about stacking in the past. So that's a big thing. Yes, that starts to happen when you promote Emerald and above. You'll start noticing what we call stacking. But I don't want you guys to focus on that really early on because it's not really something you need to do. Destiny, I'm on a Zoom. Can you not sing and run in the house? Just focus on filling your Ruby chart and Emerald chart. Once it's full, then talk to the person that enrolled you and make sure that they are looking at everything on your chart. Like literally, once you promote and start promoting after Ruby, even when you go Ruby, let's just give Destiny her time. Destiny, don't do that. She's taking dishes out of the dishwasher. So once you promote, you guys are going to notice, like, you need to know everything. If you're not in contact with your leader or whoever enrolled you, and you're just like, oh, I'm promoting, but guys don't talk, that's a number one of not okay, because you're not going to promote that way. Literally, when you promote, like, you need to talk to the person that brought you in every single day. Just even if it gets annoying, you guys, it's super simple. What do you got today? What do I got today? This is how many people I'm talking to. This is how many distributors I have lined up. Okay, so if you get that distributor, or I'll better yet say, when I sign them up, just be confident in that. When we sign up these 5 people I have and these 5 people you have, but what is the game plan? Where are we going from here? You each have to know what the game plan is. You cannot be like, I'm promoting, but like you haven't talked to the person that signed you up like 2 months. There's no way, you guys, it's not going to work. Unless you, for whatever reason, don't talk to them. At that point, then I would say reach out to someone else that can help you, because a promotion's always easier when you know what you're doing. So, now that doesn't mean that you need someone, but it just promotions always work much better with a team effort. Okay, we are one team. That's what we call it, one team, because when we're all on the same page and we know kind of like our job, I guess, in the promotion, then we know how to hit it even harder, and you're not going to be wasteful. You're not going to waste a ton of volume, because I've had it happen where people don't move their volume, and I didn't know they were going to order anything, and then like we're 2 weeks in and I look at eSuite and I'm like, oh my God, this girl placed a 200 BV order, and then she got an LC, and then she got this and that, and I'm like, did you move anything? No, I didn't know I should. And I'm like, that is why you have to talk to the person that signed you up every day once you decide you're promoting, because no BV needs to go like unnoticed. So I kind of want to create habits for you guys that are going to help you guys in your business, because these are habits that nobody taught me. Like I had to learn them once I started to promote. I'm like, why didn't anybody ever tell me I had to do this? So I want to teach you guys good habits early on, to have like control of your business and your chart. So number one, you have to have your chart with you at all times when you're promoting. I don't care if you're just promoting to Ruby, take it with you when you go anywhere, because something could pop up and you're like in the middle of maybe at a cousin's house or barbecue, and then they're like, hey, I just got this order. Where do you need it, right? And you don't know because you don't have your chart. So try to carry it with you. I know it sounds stupid, but I promise you guys, not even that. When you carry your chart with you, there's something about always having it and looking at it that you're like, oh, I'm doing that. Oh, I'm doing that. You know, like I'll be going through my purse for something else and I see my chart and I'm like, oh yeah, like that's my job. Like I have to make sure that I'm doing this even while I'm out. Like even if it's a few messages or, you know, a few new host to post, whatever. I work my business literally all the time because I honestly feel like it's easy. Like I don't feel like it's hard to throw up a post while I'm in the car and my husband's driving, you know. The kids could be loud, but that's okay. I can still get a post up. So I just like it there to also have the reminder that this is what I'm going for this month. And it's always in front of me. So that, get with your enroller if you haven't already, which this is long overdue if you haven't already this month. But I pretty much have talked to everybody on my team. I know Melissa has and Stacy probably has. So know your numbers, you guys, like exact to the T. Like today, you should already have half of what you need for your promotion. And like I said, if you're a little bit behind, don't beat yourself up for it. Just set the goal to get it done by Monday. Like, don't be mad at yourself and be like, oh my gosh, I suck. I give up. I'm going to throw in the towel now. No, there's still so much time. I just like to give like the mid-month evaluation because if you do that, you're always going to be ahead. Like when you end the month, you're going to be like, wow, like you were working since the 15th, like if it was the last day of the month and you're going to hit your goals, there's going to be no way, or you're going to have exactly what you need. You're going to do one of the two. So that, and like I said, talk to your enroller every day, have the exact number. So one thing I love is that Ashley taught me this. She'll send me literally every single person's name, even if they're at 0, that she'll send me their name. She'll be like, this is what you need for this person to promote, like to the T. And that has helped me out so much ever since I've promoted to Diamond and above. Every month we do it again and we do it again. So if you don't know that, then that kind of tells you that you need to do that today. So I want everybody to take like 2 minutes, check your volume, see where it's at, and then evaluate your promotion. So if you are going Ruby, you need to have at least 1,000 already for Ruby. So that's half of your BV. If you are going Emerald, you should at least have 2,500 already locked in. If you're going above that, you guys already know it keeps going. I think Diamond, the first time is 8,000, right? Okay. So if you're going Diamond, you need to have 4,000 by now. And even me, like even with looking at my promotion and my pay, I'm like, do I have at least half of what I need now? And I'm not even looking at auto ships yet because I want to tell my brain, like, you need to bring the rest in because then I'm going to be over. Does that make sense? I'm not always expecting my promotions to get me there or my auto ships to get me there or orders to get me there that are already there from last month. That's great that that's there, but I need to set my mind that I need more. I need to bring in 4,000 or whatever my volume is right now. So I think I checked my volume this morning. It was like 7,000. So I know that even though I'm still expecting another maybe plus that, I'm going to expect that I need to bring in my own 3,000 at least for my promotion. So I'm set and I'm good. Okay. So that's kind of how I've always done it. And it's always helped me. So I know it's going to help you guys. So I like to say like the 15th, I know we're a few days after that, is when I reevaluate. And there's 4 things that you want to start doing on the 15th. Number 1, you want to go through and make sure everybody on your team is ordering products. If they can't run their auto ship, make sure they at least are getting something in their hands. If they're new and they're like, I can't afford an auto ship, that's fine. But just say, hey girl, like encourage them. You guys, we're the leaders here. So we have to encourage them. Like, it's really important to be on a product. And we all know that. If you don't have the product in your hands, how are you going to share it? They're just not going to share it. They're going to give up and then they're going to blame you. So at least put them in the right direction and say, hey girl, look, this is what's going to help you be successful. Get some products in your hands. I know from experience that when I started drinking the coffee, when I started drinking the greens, when I started drinking the Thermify X, this is what it did for my business. So tell them, because you're the one here with the experience. So number 1, go through and make sure everybody has at least something coming to them. Number 2, message all your customers and make sure that if they didn't order, maybe they have their auto ship on, or maybe they have an auto ship on for just a bag of coffee, ask them, hey, would you be willing to try the new product for me? I need a new testimonies. I need new people to try it. I know that you've been on the products a little while and I just wanted to see if you would be interested in trying the new product. Something very simple like that. So trying to upsell with your customers, that's going to get you extra volume. And then perk points. I told Ryan this morning. It's really simple to use perk points to your advantage when you're giving them only half. So I know that sounds weird. It's not like you're lying. You're doing it kind of the smart way. So you're telling them if they have 50 points, tell them they have 25 to use today, because you don't want them to use 50 points and get everything for free and then you have no BB coming in. So the goal with perk points is that you're messaging them, but you're like, hey, you have $20 free, but they really had 40. And then the next month, guess what? You can do it again. Hey, girl, you have another $20. So I learned that from Allie's team, a presidential, and Ashley's team. They taught me that. So anytime your customer has perk points, give them half and try to get them to order something, and then the rest of the BB you'll get. And then this is kind of early in the month, but around, I would say, the 24th, 25th, once our last auto ships run, you want to make sure that you're checking anybody that declined or any orders that didn't go through. Because even though you might be like, oh, it's just a couple orders, I'm telling you guys, every BB counts, okay? Especially because the way our charts work now, they're completely different. They're so much smaller, but our overall is, a little bit bigger. So any little BB, it don't matter where it is, it's going to go for your overall, and it matters. So even if they're not somewhere where you need it, generally, like for a box, just let them know. Like sometimes people don't even know. Like I had a couple customers last month where I was like, oh, maybe they'll rerun. And then I was like, no, I'm going to check. And they were like, really? I didn't even know. I have a new card or whatever. So you want to make sure you're at least letting them know. There's one more. What else did I think? I think I put it in the chat earlier. And also one more thing is try to focus on the new, you guys. Don't focus on like people that are canceling or people that are not running their auto ship. Like you really have to shift your focus when you're in promotion mode. You can't think about all the auto ships getting turned off. Just think about new. Think about new, because if you are focusing on the people that already been here for a while and like customers that are canceling or maybe just turning off their auto ship for now, you're going to stress yourself out. So try to focus on bringing in new. So if a customer cancels, it's fine. Let's go find a new customer to replace them. Okay, don't like beat yourself up for it. It's our business. Like that's gonna happen in your business. I promise you. People are gonna stop their auto ships. They're gonna come back later. They're gonna remember. They're gonna see you pop up with a new product, and they're gonna ask you about it if you're consistent. So, I think that was what I wanted to talk about for just checking on your promotion in the middle of the month. Melissa, do you have your notes? You want to share anything or the notes that you have?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't think I've ever had a cup break like that, ever in my life. But anyway, I gotta clean up. That's life, you guys. That's life. So I just want to emphasize that wherever you are right now in your promotion, we still have. What time is it right now? It's almost 5. We still have almost 6 hours left of this day if you go to bed at 10 or 11 at night. So that's almost a full work day. So I would still count today as a full day with 6 hours because you don't need to sleep 12 when you're promoting, okay? That's just the reality of it. And then the other thing I wanted to emphasize is we still have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more full calendar days. That's almost a solid 2 weeks for you to promote. So whatever the volume is that you need for your promotion, break it up into overall the next 12 days and know that that's what your team needs to bring in for the promotion to happen, and take it one step at a time. I think we get overwhelmed because we think about the big picture and like it's so far away. But honestly, if you break down a Ruby into 31 days, it's like, I'm on my phone right now, so I can't do the math, but it's like less than 100 BB a day. So if we're on day 19 today, collaboratively for your whole entire team, that's 4 people bringing in less than 100 BB a day. That's like an order of Sapphire, not even, between 4 people. It's like nothing. It's like somebody, run their auto ship today, it's covered. It's like it's gonna come in all the time. And also, if you hit your mark for the day, awesome. but that doesn't mean you slow down and take a break the next day when you're promoting. 66 BV a day. Okay, so that's like wraps, and because wraps is like 54. It's just numbers, you guys. Like, don't be scared of numbers. It's just a number. That's it. It doesn't own you. It doesn't, pay rent in your head. It's like, don't obsess about it. Like, just, okay, this is what my target needs to be. Okay, I'm like a little bit far away from it, but it's not impossible. So promotions happen because you decide that they're going to happen. They don't happen because you're wishy-washy about it. If you're like, oh, well, I think I'm just going to go for it, like, it ain't happening. If you're like, I think maybe next month because I'm just kind of far away, it ain't happening. If you're like hell bent, like, I'm not going to have another $200 paycheck or whatever your paycheck was this month, like, oh, hell no, I'm not making that because my kids are starting school in September and they need $200 worth of clothes. So $200, no, because mama got to get her hair and her nails done. So I need $400. Okay, if you put that in your head, you're going to make it happen. And if you're like, I'm going to do it, you're going to do it. And it's going to happen in the craziest way that you would never expect in a million years. Like today, I was telling Taina, like, I was hustling for, I need one more distributor, that's it. And then I'm stacked for my promotions and for everybody's promotions, like one more. I know I can search my messages and find one more today, and I'm not done. And I had somebody say they're signing up. That's great, but I'm not going to bank on that because she lives in a different time zone and she lives in a different country. And I'm going to sign up today can be in 12 hours from now. I don't know what time that's going to be at. So I'm not banking on that person that says they're going to sign up today. I'm going to get 5 people that are going to say I'm going to sign up today by the end of tonight. And then I can lay my head on my pillow and like, okay, that one more is going to come in while I'm sleeping. Thank you, God. I'm going to lay down now because I've been working for 12 hours. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to set your mind to it and you have to know that it's going to happen. You don't know how it has to happen. That's not your job. You don't need to know who's going to order what. Like, you just need to hustle like it's going to happen. That's it. If your objective was like, and I know this is extreme because of what's going on in the world right now, but if somebody was holding your child hostage and said, I'm not going to give your child back until you promote to Ruby, you would have that shit done tonight in like 3 hours because you're willing to take a bullet for your child, right? You're willing to die for your child. I'm saying extreme measures because like some of you guys are so talented and you're not working to your full capabilities. And it's only that you work until your full capabilities that you can really see what you're made of and what you're capable of. And I think a lot of you guys are selling yourself short and you're kind of slowing down right now. And I understand because I've been guilty of it too. Okay, like this promotion that I'm going for this month, like, do you guys know how long I've been trying to go for it? 6 months. 6 months. Yeah, it's easy for me to be like, oh, let's just do it next month. It's fine. It's like, it's too far away now. No, this is a state of emergency for me. Do you know why it's a state of emergency for me? Because I told my daughter I'm going to do it. And she's 3 years old. Do you think she's not going to remind me every day? She's smart enough to remind me every day. Do you think she's not the obstacle of me having some time to actually do it every day? I literally had to go into the bathroom and lock both the doors on both sides because she would not take a nap today so I could work. And I was about to cry in the bathroom because I was like, Jesus, just give me an hour. That's all I need, please. I just need to follow up with these people in my inbox. That's it. And we can get this ball continuing to roll and nothing's at a halt. Everything's moving and everyone's moving and it's happening. I just need that. Can you give me that? Then all of a sudden, she disappeared. I don't know where she went. I don't know. She went in her room and was like, okay, my mom's ignoring me. Whatever. So you got to do what you got to do. That's what I'm telling you now. And if you treat every day like it's the last day and you got to get the numbers in, you're going to get the numbers in. But you have to know what your target is every day. You can't shoot a moving target. You can't. You got to know what the target is so you can shoot it. So know your number. Don't depend on your leader to know your number. They're going to know your number too, and they're going to be stalking your number every day in eSuite for every hour of the day. Trust me. If they're helping you promote, they know what the numbers are. But it's not our job to know what the numbers are, because guess what? We need to know the numbers for 25 people, not just you. So like, have some grace with us too. Like we're having 20 minutes in the toilet by ourselves too sometimes to get this done, and know what your number is, because that helps us help you, and you take yourself seriously as a leader for your team, because one day that's going to be you watching 25 people promote. And so if they're all like watching themselves promote and watching their own numbers promote too, like, you guys, we're not telling you this to be a pain in the ass, okay? Like, this is coming from, we want you to be leaders. And if this is like harsh right now, then maybe you need to hear it, you know? Sometimes we got to give ourselves a kick in the ass because we need it. I'm not living up to my full potential. Not until like 3 hours ago today. Like, I'm just being dead honest with you guys, okay? Like, yeah, I've been kind of farting around this month, like not giving it 100 every day. But when I looked at my eSuite today, that was like a cold bucket of ice water over my head. Shit, I am far away. I need to get my shit together today, or it's not happening. So if you guys are there, good. Good. If you go in and like you don't want to look at the numbers because it's going to put you into a state of panic, then open your eSuite and look at the numbers, because maybe you need to be in a state of panic for it to be an emergency to you. What's waiting on the other side of that? For some of you, $300 extra dollars. For some of you, a promotion you've been going for years, for months, for just to say I could do it, and show somebody that told you that you couldn't, and you can show them that you did. For some of you, that's what this is. So just make it important every day and get as much as you can done. But don't take it lightly, because the only person that can change whatever is going on in your life right now, that's making you not live up to your full expectation and capability of who you are as a leader in your business, is you. That's it. Not me, not Tina, it's not Mark Pentecost, it's not Pam Souter, it's you. You're the only person that can make the difference. You can bring in the numbers, you can bring in the people, you can bring in the customers. But you gotta tell yourself you can do it every day. And if you don't feel like you can do it, and you're gonna have like a meltdown in your kitchen and you need to call somebody, then call one of us, and we're happy to take the call, because I've been there too. I know what that feels like. I know what it's like to work really hard for a promotion for months and years and not get to it, and it be the last day of the month and like crapping your pants because you're still 500 BV away. There's only hours left of the month, and you told the whole world that you were going to get the bonus. And everybody is watching you. I know what that feels like, to be under that kind of pressure. So if I didn't have a stroke, then you won't either, okay? You're going to be able to do it.
No, the month I was promoting too, I remember I was like, I told everybody though, like, I have to do this. I went live every day and I told my audience every day. And I'm like, if I don't do it now, I'm going to look dumb. But one thing I want to add to like what she said, I feel like sometimes it's because we see this business as like, oh, it's our backup income. Like, you know, like worst comes to worst, my husband's got it, or my husband's going to pay the bills, or we have this money, like we'll be fine. That's how you think in your mind. If you think in your mind, like this business is the only thing that's going to cover our bills, what would you do? Like, how would you wake up to work this business? Imagine, like, let's say you had no other source of income. Like your husband wasn't working. You don't have no side hustle, other job. You're not doing anything else. I even told my sister this before. This is it. Right now, this is it for my sister. Because she moved into my house. She stopped working at the job that she got when she recently got here. She decided it wasn't for her. That's fine. But I said, if you don't work this business every day, like it's your only income, you're not going to do it. Like, even though you guys, we're all lucky to have, you know, other incomes, or, you know, my husband has his business, I have mine. I don't depend, like, I want to have money in case, like, you just never know what can happen. So I wake up every day like, this is my only income. This is all I got. If this is all I got, I'm going to give it 110% if you see it that way. So you guys are going to wake up way more like driven to get things done. And like I said on Zoom the other night, wake up every day like that, rank, you guys. Like if you woke up today like a diamond, you would be working this business like completely different. If you woke up today like triple ambassador, I would be waking up different. I tell myself that every day when I hate waking up early. I hate waking up early. Like it's like I'm like fighting myself. But I say, what would an ambassador do? You want to be ambassador by the end of the year? She would wake up at 6:30. She would wake up early, because all the ambassadors I know in this business are messaging me at that time. And I'm like, damn, they've messaged me 5 hours ago. By the time I get up, I'm like, wow, Denise messaged me 5 hours ago. What does that tell me? That tells me that I need to get up earlier. So I try to think of it that way, because it helps me do work how I should work. So I don't know if that helps you guys at all, but that helped me. And I know it's such a beautiful thing to hand, you know, your husband or like your kids, or like, you know, I know I always use this example, but I use it because that's how good it makes me feel to be able to say yes to my kids, or be able to tell my husband, here, keep that money for the car. Like just to be able to do that, such a good feeling. And like, I want you guys to feel that too. That's why I always talk about it. Okay, Melissa, you can go into your notes if you want, if you have them. If not, we can end.
I just found one from a Zoom that I listened to. I think her name was Charnay. She has a twin sister that they look identical and their names are very similar. So I might be butchering her name. But she just went ambassador, and Cheyenne Knox was interviewing her. And she was like, you know, how did you go ambassador? And she's like, my whole life was falling apart. It wasn't like, she was saying in the Zoom, like all these things that were happening. Like she had literally the worst month of her life, the month that she went ambassador. Like she had people in her family die, people get what's it called, diagnosed with COVID, like isolation from the rest of her family, some of her family members, because they got the virus, like just anything and everything that you could think of happened to her. And so I was like listening to this in awe, because ambassador is a humongous promotion. Okay, like if you guys think Ruby is hard, ambassador is 41 rubies. Okay, so if you think this is hard, like you're not going to think it's hard once you did it. You're going to think it's easy after you've done it. You're going to be like, I could pop rubies in my sleep. After you get it done, it's not going to be hard to you anymore. That's the thing about this business, is when you push yourself to your full capacities, there's growth, and you grow even more in your perception of yourself, in your capabilities as a leader, in your capabilities as being disciplined yourself about this business, as yourself being a mom, in so many areas of your life. So if the money doesn't excite you, and you're like, I have plenty of money, which I don't think that's the case with anybody here, because like Heina was saying, you know, what if this was the only money that you had? Like y'all live a luxurious life compared to me, because that's what it is for me. It's do or die for me. There's nothing else. There is no plan B. I burn my boats. This is it for me. So like, sure as shit gonna make it happen, because I don't have any other options. I don't have somebody to lean on. I don't have another check coming into my house. I don't have any of those things. I have a house full of people depending on me every day to make this happen. If that's not motivating enough, I don't know what is. So maybe you need to give yourself something like that to make you keep going. Sometimes that makes you crush under the pressure. Sometimes it makes you want to cry in the shower. If you need to do that, that's okay. If you're having one of those days, like no one's asking you to be perfect, because nobody's perfect. So what she said that really moved me, that made me go, okay, it's do or die this month. I have to make it happen. No matter what comes at me, I'm going to make this happen. She said this quote, and I'm going to put it in the chat, in the Zoom chat. So the people that are not on that say that they want this and they're not showing up in the morning, I want you to read this tomorrow morning. It says, excuses are the devil blocking your blessings. Excuses are the devil blocking your blessings. So if you make a lot of excuses, then make that your screensaver to remind yourself, or put a sticky note up in your house where you do activities that waste your time, where you could be working your business, and write it down and put it there. But excuses are the devil blocking your blessings. I've seen it happen. I've seen it take people out. And I think to myself, it used to bum me out when people on my team quit, but now I have a completely different perception. And I think, thank you, God, because they weren't meant to walk the next couple of months with me. So now I don't have to focus on them anymore. Now I have room for new people. Now I have room for more people, because that person is not occupying my time anymore. And I feel bad for them because they don't know what they're missing out on or what they're capable of. And they could have found that out here, but they decided not to. Maybe another time. And if it is another time, then I'm going to welcome them with open arms at that other time. I will probably be a better leader at that point. And whatever it is that they need to work on, our vibration is going to match at that point. And we're going to be good when they come back. I've had so many people come back, you guys, over the years. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've had so many people come back 2, 3 times. Okay? Like, if that doesn't say something about this team, I don't know what does. Because I sure shit don't think I've ever heard other leaders in this company say that. People have come back to their team 2 and 3 times. Most of them don't even, stick around for 30 days. Like, our team has an extremely high retention rate. I want you guys to understand that. It's like other teams in our company don't have the kind of retention rate that we do. The turnover is a lot higher on other teams, not here. People stick around here. They stick around here for a reason, so be proud of that. So if you need to work on recruiting and you need to work on bringing people in and you want to get better at that, use this as a reason and as a, you know what, you're joining a really great team. Because let me tell you, XYZ, that's what it's done for me. And I know it'll do that for you. And, I'm still working on where I want to go with this, but I would love to work with you. And I would love to help you get to where you want to go too. That would be great. Who would say no to that? Come on, you guys. Like, who would say no to somebody being like, take my hand, let's go together? Who doesn't want to hear that right now? Everybody
And I got a message today from a new distributor that she's kind of working a little bit, not a lot, but she's in a spot where she could go Ruby. She's like 600 BB away last month. And I messaged her. I said, just checking if you got your paycheck, because I know she got a paycheck and I want to make sure she gets that money. We worked hard for that money. I'm making sure everybody's getting paid. She's like, yes, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I bought my family groceries this month. And I choked up. She might have not done all the work, but I know how she felt when she used that It Works money to pay for groceries. And she said, I'm ready to work with you. Can you get on a Zoom with me? And I said, yes, because she felt something. It might not have been a huge thing. It's probably a couple $100, but she felt something. She saw her income coming in from this business. And I don't know if you guys have felt that. It might not be a lot yet, but when you feel that, that's when you know, this works and I'm at the right place. And you don't even have to feel that to work, but just know that if you want that feeling to help other people feel that, that made me feel like this is where I belong, because I just helped someone pay for their groceries. That was an accomplishment for me. So that is why I work this business, because I just helped someone that needed it. So just continue to do what you guys are doing, you guys. You don't have to be, like I said before, you don't have, this business is not based off of your skill, what you're good at. People that are successful in this business are good at it because they're consistent. They keep doing it, even when they fail, even when they are scared, even when they are embarrassed. They just keep doing it. The 1% is not people that are perfect. It's people that are willing to keep going, and it's people that are consistent and they keep going. That's the 1%. Consistency is what gets you to the top of this company. I know people in this business that I'm like, how did she get there? But they were consistent. That's all they did. They're not any different than me and you. So I hope that encourages you guys to keep going and to push for your promotions this month. Melissa, do you want to say anything else? Or can I end the...
I just wanted to add, like, as a leader, it's like I've noticed in myself my own growth, because I used to be so impatient. When you guys think I'm impatient now, like, wow, I have come a long way. I used to be so impatient because when I came into this company, I was like, 5 years and I can be a millionaire, I'm doing it. I don't care how many people I have to talk to. And that's how I woke up every single day. And I was like, okay, who's it going to be today? How many people am I going to talk to today? How many people can I have a conversation with before I go to bed tonight? And that's how I hustled. And I didn't have kids. I wasn't married yet. It was just me and the future me. And I wanted to be the future me, like ASAP. Okay? Well, God has other plans for you. And God's plans are always better than yours. So if something doesn't work out the way you want it to, be glad, because it is a blessing. It is a blessing. It's supposed to work out the way it's supposed to work out. And that's not anything that's going to come from you. And, you know, I see this right now, 6 years later, because I have somebody on my team that is running like her hair is on fire. And this is the 3rd time she's enrolled to do this. The 3rd time. And I don't know what happened to her, because I pray over my team every single day. I pray over every single one of you every single day to be capable enough to lead you, to give you what you need. And it's going to make me choke up, but she said to me, "You are so patient." And I've never seen myself as a patient person. I would say that's like the last thing I am. But she said, "You are so patient." And I said, "Why do you say that?" And she said, "Because this is my 3rd time in. And I finally get it. I feel like I know what I'm doing. And I want to just keep doing it." And I said, "What's your end game? What do you want? Like, why are you here? What do you want to get? What do you want to do?" And she said, "I want to retire my husband just like you did. Because he gets in a truck 12 hours a day. And he has like a bulge in his neck and has bulge discs in his back. And he's in pain every single day in that truck. And I can't do anything about it because my dad is old and he doesn't remember things, and I have to be home with him. But what I would love is to bring my husband home, because I kept going, you guys, because I kept doing this. I recruited somebody like her for the 3rd time. For the 3rd time. And now she gets it. And now she's running. And now she's going for it. And I said, wow, I never would have seen that happen. I never thought it was going to play out that way. I never thought it was going to be her that was going to open a country for me in my business and make it international. I never thought it was going to be her that was going to say to me, "I want to retire my husband and be home full time with my family." Never in a million years could I tell you that it was going to play out like that. I didn't know. I just kept doing what I was supposed to keep doing, you know, and it just made me choke up, because she had tears in her eyes, and she said that, you know, because I saw you do it, I know I can do it too, and I'm going to do it. And I said, we're going to do it together. Let's go. Whatever you need, you call me. I don't care if it's Sunday. You're promoting this month. So My day off, call me anyway. If you need something, call me, text me, whatever it is. Because I want to see you. I want to see your face when you get your diamond check and your husband earns a $15,000 bonus. Because that's going to be the best day ever. It's going to be worth every single person I ever recruited to find you. So I want you guys to know that, okay? That you're going to find you in this business. You're going to find somebody that's just as hungry as you. And I wasn't planning to cry like a blubbering idiot right now, but it's just, I get so emotional thinking about it because I could have stopped a long time ago. I could have listened to people telling me that I was wasting my time. I could have listened to people that didn't believe in me. I could have listened to my own team that laughed at me. You guys think you've been through hard stuff? Like, I could tell you stories that you would be like, what? I've seen some things, okay? So I've been through the ringer, but I got to tell you what's happening right now was worth every single day. So I'm not going to slow down because I'm tired. Drink another fucking coffee and go talk to some more people, okay? Because somebody out there is just like you and wants this just as bad as you do. And because you decided to sit down and take a break or not drink that extra coffee or not send that extra message, it's going to cost you your promotion. I want you to think about that every day because it's true. It's now. The time is now. The fire is now. The momentum is happening now in everybody's business. Everybody's having a tremendous amount of growth. Everybody had a tremendous raise in their paycheck. You know, so like don't think and focus on who's not doing it or who's not calling me back or who's not signing up. Like, okay, put their name on a list and get back to them, you know, in a week after you promoted. You know, I sure as shit bet that they're going to sign up with you then when they see that you just earned a bonus or you just made $500 more or you just, you know, spent $100 at Target because you felt like it because your kids wanted stuff that last summer you couldn't give them. You think people don't pay attention to that? They do. And right now, everybody needs this. I don't care what people are saying or what you're reading on the news. Everybody needs this, okay? So that should be your attitude every day because I think anybody can use $300 extra from their phone. Like they're on it anyway. So they say no, like don't even take it personally, move on. Okay, will you host a post for me? This may not be for you, but would you do host a post? You guys, I just talked to somebody that quit like, I don't know how many years ago. And she was trying to like buy defining gel off of me. I was like, you sure as shit are not buying defining gel off of me. We're not going to stop talking until I see what is going on in your life. And right, okay, so we're talking about defining gel. And then she tells me how, oh, it's going to have to be next week because I can't really afford it because my son's tutoring is incredibly expensive. Okay, Shannon, and Stacy taught me this. Use voice memos so they can hear the sincerity in your voice. Okay, Shannon, with 300, if I could teach you how to make $300 in the next 30 days, would that help you with your son's tutoring? Because you can earn $150 shopping spree. Like you don't need to spend 45 or 55 right now on defining gel when you can buy this business and give your son everything he needs. Do you think she's gonna say no to that? Hell no, she ain't gonna say no to that. Okay? She was like, went from I'm gonna buy defining gel from you to okay, let's talk on Friday. That's how our conversation turned around. So that's your job, is just for looking for that opportunity in the conversation to bring this business up because people do need it. And if they say no to you, okay, sell them the defining gel or the coffee or whatever it was, give it to them, sign them up as a customer, whatever. But just be open to where the conversation can go, okay? And it's not a script, and it's not say this and then say that. It's use your brain, use your heart when you're talking to people. That's it. if you really feel that way about this business, like it's been a tremendous blessing for you, and you just talk to people like that, they're going to sign up. That's what's going to happen. Because people need good things in their life right now. They just do. There's a lot of shitty things going on in the world. And you're offering people hope. You're offering them a community of positive people. You're offering them friendships. You're offering them extra income. You're offering them personal growth. You're offering them a whole lot more than 7 sample packs of Skinny Brew and a website, okay? So speak from your heart when you're talking to people. It's your best recruiting skill that you have. A lot of you guys are yellow. So dig deep, dig deep. Get your tears out and go talk to people. I don't know what happened to Tina's phone. I think it's dying or something. Okay. She's coming back. I'm not recording this. I'm on my phone, so hopefully she's coming back. Does anybody have any questions for this? It's like, you're blowing my mind. I love seeing her expression. It's so good to see you, Amy.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm taking it all in, taking it all in.
I had to have an emotional meltdown. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting it, but sometimes that happens. I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, and I'm over here trying not to cry.
Oh, it's okay. We'll cry together. Anyway, I hope she's coming back. I don't know what happened to this. Are y'all crying? That's why you're all muted. Yellows can't cry alone. We have to cry together. Okay. Well, it's almost 5:30. Wow, it's just flying by. I hope you guys feel really good about wherever you are and wherever you're going, because you're worth it. Your family's worth it. Everything you're doing is worth it. Okay, even if you don't see it right in this minute, it's worth it. You're planting seeds. Even if you don't sign somebody up, you know, and you're working on getting your one distributor in and you still haven't gotten them in, you're planting seeds. Like Ryan did a whole training on our team page about it. You're planting seeds. So I promise you your harvest is going to be big. That's just that one. So I guess we're just going to get off then. I'll see that she's coming back. Her phone must have died or something. I don't know how it's still recording because I'm not on the computer. But I think we probably have to end it now. Oh, is that her? Is she back? Okay. Did your phone die?
Sorry, my phone died.
Okay. I think you froze.
Everybody's still
there you
seeing me.
Okay, cool.
I was black for a second. I'm like, what happened? Does anybody have any questions before we hop off? I know that we never asked that really because we always run out of time. These could last forever probably with me and Melissa. We just keep talking. No? All right, guys. Well, have an amazing day. I didn't cut you off, right, Melissa? Okay. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening.
You too.